A law banning most abortions in the state is in the hands of the Iowa Supreme Court.
It would ban abortion after fetal cardiac activity is detected, which is generally around 6 weeks of pregnancies. Justices heard arguments today from state leaders wanting the law to go into effect and from advocacy groups fighting it.
KCCI senior reporter Todd Nagel was at the hearing. He joins us live at the Iowa Supreme Court building now with more. Todd?
Well, Ben and Stacy, the arguments before the Iowa Supreme Court only took about an hour today, but the court's eventual decision could change abortion law here in Iowa for decades to come.
Hear ye, hear ye.
The Iowa Supreme Court heard from both sides of the fetal heartbeat lawsuit. Planned Parenthood is suing Governor Reynolds. The state's attorney asked the court to uphold the new law that limits abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy.
This court should finish what it started. A majority of this court held in Planned Parenthood 2022 that abortion is not a fundamental right.
On the other hand, the attorney for Planned Parenthood urged the court to uphold the lower district court ruling that says the fetal heartbeat bill is unconstitutional.
That's what's at stake in this case. It's Iowans' ability to make decisions, private and personal medical decisions, to exercise bodily autonomy.
Justices questioned both sides about their arguments. The new abortion law makes exceptions for pregnant women who report a rape within 45 days or incest in 140 days. Chief Justice Susan Christensen seems skeptical.
What evidence is that based on isn't that kind of more or less shutting the door on all rapes and incest? Because I think anyone who's prosecuted or been a part of that world knows that those numbers are very unrealistic.
Governor Reynolds isn't predicting how the Iowa Supreme Court will vote.
We're, optimistic and hopeful. We've passed the heartbeat law twice in the state of Iowa. It passed by a larger majority this last go around in a special session. So we're anxious for them to argue before the Supreme Court, and we look forward to the outcome.
Well, the Supreme Court did not make a decision today. Most likely they will wait for perhaps 60 days, even longer, could come at the end of June. And one of their options, of course, is to send the whole thing back to district court. We're live downtown Des Moines. Todd Nagel, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
And right now, abortion is legal in Iowa up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. There is a mandatory 24-hour waiting period.